I suggested that we go grab a bite to eat because I'd forgotten to pack a lunch and she didn't have one. We mulled over a few restaurants and then I hit on the idea of Punch Pizza across the river. And it was a place that she was particularly fond of, so we went. We ordered a pizza and found a seat on the patio. We were sitting there when another table got up and left, leaving pizza crusts and half-eaten slices on the table next to us. And suddenly this flock of birds descends on the table and started pecking apart anything they could get a hold of. It was this mayhem of excited chirps and hops, birds snatching crusts out of the neighbor's beak. It was a veritable avian feeding frenzy. In a way, I felt sorry for the pizza crusts. Elizabeth felt sorry for the birds. Oh, look, they're hungry. Well, yes, they eat half their body weight a day, I say. Elizabeth was mystified. Really? No. How could they possibly eat so much? I don't know, but I think they do, I say. I mean, I read that somewhere, and flying does take a lot of energy. So when a bus person comes and clears off the table, you can imagine her response. Oh, whatever are they going to do? The poor things, they're still so hungry, and oh, look, they have to eat half their body weight a day, and they're fighting, and he just snatched a pizza crust from her mouth. That wasn't very nice. She spent the rest of lunch breaking off bits of pizza crust and throwing them to the birds, especially to the ones she thought were female. I'm not quite sure she didn't hit someone at a neighboring table once with a ricocheting pizza crust in the attempt. When we finished, she had a whole plate of pizza crust. She dumped into the neighboring garden so the birds wouldn't go hungry. And that was Elizabeth, my compassionate friend, chuckling at the cute pictures of first graders in CFS because they are so endearing. Sharing a video clip of a baby elephant rescue from the BBC, making sure the needs of everyone around her were met and that nobody was hungry. If there is a hereafter, I am sure of three things. My friend Elizabeth is there. The birds are well fed. And everyone around her is doing okay because she has already made sure. If I had to add a fourth, they definitely have all heard stories of her family about whom she was so proud. And the fifth, I dare say she is overdosing on vitamin E from eating too many dried salted seaweed crisps. Who knew they were so good? So I do miss my friend deeply. Nonetheless, I am grateful to have known her. I'm grateful of this last special memory. And I'm grateful of everything she shared, and I'm grateful to have been touched by her compassion. And I'm so grateful that she was my friend. Thank you. Right, I hadn't really planned anything for this. I just wanted to give a little explanation about the putlock. Our friends from Nepal were wondering one day when we suggested a putlock dinner where everybody would bring their plates to share, and she thought that was hilarious, and evidently she doodled that down in the meeting. So just a nice concrete example of her wit. And then the next slide. Never leave your computer unlocked. Because evidently she would find a picture of a dog and put it on there. So unless you wanted a puppy to bring home, never leave your computer unlocked. The next one Karen has to share with us.
the pleasure to meet Elizabeth many years ago through your grandfather. And I still remember her because to me she was just strikingly beautiful. She had kind of that Jackie Kennedy Onassis look to me. And she never remembered me, but I was so in awe of her. And then Emma and my daughter went to elementary school together, and I don't know if you remember the track and field things, and I was screaming, and your mother was so poised. And I just always felt a little bit incompetent around her because she was so well-read, she was so intelligent, knew so many things. And then I got to really meet her incredible sense of humor, which will always be a very fond memory for me. She had taken a job for, I think, 2 days in special ed, and so she left 807 and moved over to Webster. And when she came to Webster, I left a flower pot on her desk to welcome her to Webster and how excited I was that I could work more closely with her. And by the time I got back to my desk, I got this email which said, Karen, what a lovely surprise. My favorite color flower. Thank you so much. It provided me with my first opportunity to use a flip camera, which is a pretty awesome little thing. The plant asked that I send you the enclosed message. Help, I'm beautiful and in the hands of a serial plant. So, like I said, just an awesome sense of humor that we all so appreciate.
Good afternoon. My name is Krishna Pathak, Director of Application Services. I've known Elizabeth for many years. I don't want to talk about that anyway. It was, I think, about July 23rd on Tuesday morning. I was in Chicago, early morning. When I say early, I mean 9 o'clock, by the way. I got a call from my boss, John. Of course, when you get a call, you gotta pick it up, right? And then, Krishna, I got a bad news for you. I thought I was fired. I don't have to come to MPS anymore. I can spend my time with my family because they just came from Nepal. But it wasn't the case. It was her. I couldn't say anything. I was pretty much speechless and couldn't say anything. Couldn't do anything on that day. I thought I was dreaming. A few days after that, came to work. I didn't see her. Normally I see her when I come here. I still see her when I leave, so I didn't see her at all. And I miss her. After a few days, I started getting emails. Krishna, Elizabeth used to do this for me. Elizabeth used to send me file, data, reports, everything. I got emails after emails after emails. I realized how much work she was doing, how many people she was helping, and how intelligent she was. And I replied them back, by the way, I have no idea. I don't know what to do. Sorry, I don't have anybody to replace her at this time. She was very intelligent, as I said right here. Einstein says, intelligent people solve the problems, while genius prevent them. She did solve a lot of problems. She did help a lot of departments, schools, pretty much anybody. She had a knowledge on pretty much any areas because she's been here for a long time and she has worked with so many people. One time I got an email from somebody